Thought I would take a break and not make a, Avengers gameplay reaction Dear Diary type video. Today, we're going to react to what people on Steam are saying about Marvel's Avengers. With War for Wakanda coming out, as well as the, free weekend that it had this past weekend of, August 3rd, 4th, whatever. The free weekend that just happened. As well as, the game is on sale, at least on Steam, until the 11th for $23. There's several things happening, they're trying to drum up some interest, and I get it. Even after a free weekend, what are people on Steam saying about Marvel's Avengers? There's lots of reviews here, people with just a few hours on record, and even trying the game out for free. What are they saying? As you can see, there's almost 15,000 reviews, and it's a little mixed. So, I guess it is a good thing. It says recent reviews are mostly positive, which is a good thing, I think. But let's just read some of these and react to it. First on the list, 50 hours on record, says, I don't know, man. I just want Ultimate Alliance 1 through 3 on Steam. You and the rest of us, pal. You and the rest of us. Lego Marvel's Avengers, greater than sign, Marvel's Avengers, 18 hours on record. That'd be a fun video to make. 10 hours on record. Save your money, even if it's on sale. Save your time, even whenever it's a free weekend. Ooh, that's harsh. That's some harsh words right there. Here's a positive one. 28 hours on record. May God forgive me. I'm having fun playing Marvel's Avengers is what you meant to say, mister. These are all kind of memey, of course, but we have a detailed review. 55 hours on record. Recommended. Marvel's Avengers has potential. It's not a perfect game, but it can be. There's a well-crafted story that does respect the 80-plus years of Marvel Comics and handles these characters in a way the MCU hasn't. The game is heavy in the sense of grinding. You'll be replaying the same mission over and over in order to get higher gear, skill points, and crafting items in order to upgrade a single character. The combat can be challenging in some missions, so it will feel more rewarding when you finally beat that mission. The inclusion of new heroes and stories over time is the main thing keeping me going back to this game. When I'm writing this, Black Panther is set to be added to the game in an update in the coming weeks. The addition of Kate Bishop and Hawkeye already has helped improve this game and gives new reasons to continue playing. All right, I'm just going to stop it right there and react to the first part of that. He does, this person does kind of bring up some good points, The combat can be challenging, but it feels more rewarding when you finally beat that mission after you've been struggling. That's something that I've firsthand experienced, especially, whenever the Hulk just kind of as I've said before, the Hulk will just come out of nowhere, someone will come out of nowhere to give me exactly what I needed right in that moment and to beat the boss. And it's like, oh my God, we barely made it through that. It's a satisfying feeling. However, Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, they do add stuff to the game. It does add, more to the game, but very little, in my opinion. And again, this is as someone who hasn't played it, with anybody yet. I'm going to be making a video on if, you should play Marvel's Avengers by yourself, and kind of go into that a little bit later, but that's neither here nor there. Let's keep reading what this person says. The variety of characters does let each mission play out differently when repeating missions. This is true. Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, while both are archers, still play differently, with Kate having the ability to teleport. This is also true. When playing as Hulk, you don't play tactical. You'll spend most of the time throwing objects or smashing. As Thor and Iron Man, you are given flight, so you'll be playing more ranged. Iron Man has 3 different ranged weapons, so this lets you take different approaches for ranged fighting. Thor plays just as well ranged and close combat. He has the ability to pin enemies to the wall with his hammer to temporarily put one enemy out of flight. And they continue to go on in detail about all the different abilities and stuff like that. I think that's a fair review, so we're going to give that a thumbs up. All right, 42 hours on record. Pros: story, graphics, voice acting, overall Marvel goodness. Additional campaign content is available for free. That is a huge pro. That is a big reason why I keep coming back to it, is because a lot of the time, the feeling is there for sure. Semi-meh. While the story is good, it has no connection and is only tangentially related to any other part of the Marvel Universe. It also becomes a bit unfocused as you unlock additional playable characters, drifting from the adventure of a young Inhuman to a more generic Avengers versus AIM smackdown by the end. Meh. Mechanics feel very samey between characters. The main difference to me is that 2 of them can fly. Unsurprisingly, gear does not affect your appearance, and the interesting skins are paywalled. Levels are for skill unlock only. Enemies scale with your gear power level, which just felt odd but still works. Cons: almost a year out from release, still has game-breaking bug where enemies and must-kill-all-foes zones will get stuck inside walls, floors, props, and require a reload. Outside of the campaign content, missions feel very repetitive and grindy. Recommendation: don't buy at full price, but a definite buy when on sale just for the story elements. Aside from the game-breaking bug, everything else I think is wrong with the game is just griping, and your mileage may vary. That's a fair and, pretty well put together review, aside from a word that I couldn't pronounce. But they kind of hit the nail on the head. The mechanics, aside from a few characters, and I do think it turns into one of those things where characters feel different, to everyone. But yeah, I don't like playing as Captain America. I don't like playing as Hulk. I pretty much will. I don't really love playing as Kate Bishop or Hawkeye. I like Kamala. Thor's my favorite. And don't even get me started on Iron Man. But I know there's people out there that love Iron Man. So, there's that. It's kind of hard, but I appreciate this person's review. I'm going to give them a thumbs up. Okay. Here's a review about the free weekend. Played for a few hours during the free weekend, and I quite liked the single-player campaign, probably due to having low expectations, but still not impressed enough to buy the whole game. That's why you have a free weekend, because there's all kinds of negative press around this game, and I can totally understand why you wouldn't want to buy it. So there you have it. I will say, full disclosure, I purchased this game again on sale on Steam, and I purchased it for a friend so that I could make some videos and see if this experience changes for me at all. So I look forward to making that video. Someone after 20 hours on record says no Spider-Man. 4.9 hours at review time, though. No Spider-Man. Okay. Yeah. What else? 3.8 hours on record, not recommended. Welcome to a game made for fans dying to play as their favorite Avengers, but forces people to play the lamest addition to the group, while your favorites act like mindless bots when and if they are even around. Why even call this an Avengers game? This is an origin story, and a bad one at that. He's not wrong in some of those aspects. Playing as Kate Bishop and Hawkeye when literally the Avengers aren't really even doing anything, and that Avengers feel, as I've said before in reviews, like it's just not there. Like it makes no sense that, Kate Bishop and Hawkeye would have to go through these things without the help of the Avengers. So 3.9, if you really played for that entire 4 hours almost, and you're going to give it don't want to continue to play, I don't blame you. I don't blame the negative reviews for this game at all. Like, I really don't. I've said plenty of negative things about the game. I'm just trying to find, that review that hits just like the chef's kiss sweet spot. You know what I mean? 59 hours on record, 51 hours at review time. It's fine if you snag it on sale and don't look into the game's baggage. That is a really good response. If you don't think too hard about certain aspects, and the biggest thing I can say about this game is don't compare it to the MCU. If you're comparing this game to the MCU, you're going to be let down, for sure. Gosh, there's 22... Good Lord, there is a lot of reviews, many of them being thumbs down, but there's a lot of thumbs up, too. Lots of thumbs down, though. So, I'm going to read one more just from this, just for this video. Maybe I'll do another part to this, especially as the lead up to War for Wakanda, and especially before the sale ends. I want to do another one of these videos. 67 people found this review helpful. There was 133 hours on record. I want to read this review. So this person is not recommending it. There's 133 hours on record. There was 96 hours at review time. This game is fun. It shouldn't have been released yet. This is a long and detailed review. Now, this review is by, shout out to Dark Nexus CST if you're watching this video, which you're not, I know. But if you want to go read his review on Steam, I like it because in summary, this is what he says. This is, I'm not gonna make you read this entire thing, obviously, but it's a super detailed review, and he says, in summary, it feels like I'm playing a pre-alpha build of a game. Like I said, I don't think this is a representative of Crystal Dynamics. I think Square Enix forced them to deliver this game with their 2020 release date so they could make money off the cosmetic purchases. Ding, 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 ding. They didn't care about quality. They wanted this game to be in the 2K microtransaction franchise that EA has so that they can capitalize off of Disney's commercial success with the MCU. Another bingo. Bang, 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 bang. Save your money, wait for a sale after they move from pre-alpha to what the game really should have been, probably in late 2021. Releasing a Destiny 1 release clone in 2020 after watching Bungie make that mistake in 2014 and work so hard to correct it over 6 years should be regarded as a cardinal sin among MMO game developers. So this is what someone posted when the game came out. This was September 14th, 2020. In a year's time, This just goes to show that there has been things changed for the game. The game has changed. It's been more stable. It's playable. It's in a much better state than what it is now. But this person brings up a really good point. Are we looking at like a 5 or 6 year long process of, just waiting for this game to be what it should be? I would argue that Destiny isn't even really where it should be. You have people going back to play Destiny 1 because they want to feel something. Are we going to see, is Square Enix going to keep taking advantage of players, that players' nostalgia and their love of these characters? Are they going to keep doing this and just keep making more money off of these extravagant skin prices and stuff like that? I don't know. It's a lot to think about, and I appreciate this person's review. I appreciate the time they put into making, their points very known. And I would want to see what they would say a year later, because had it been in the same state that it is right now, I wouldn't have made so many videos about it. So it's fun to go back and read reviews of yesteryear and kind of see what people were saying. And it does go to show that there are still some valid points there, but a lot can change in a year. So there you have it. I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. I read several reviews. I was enjoying it, but I don't want this video to go too long, and I definitely want to do another one of these. So if you like this video, let me know. I would really appreciate it. And if this is your first time here, please consider But if it's your first time here, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and before you go, check this out. Well, whatever possessed you to check out any of the content that you saw today, I just want to say thank you so much for doing so. If you check the description down below, you'll see that there's a variety of different projects that I'm associated with. This is Wannabe Critic Productions after all. So I just wanted to say, if you enjoyed what you saw today, consider giving some of those other projects a chance as well. There's a lot of stuff that I'm a part of that that I do. If you were here for me or for someone else that you saw today, again, just thank you for checking it out, and I hope to see you again. But until next time, I'm Gabriel Fast, and I'll always be the Wannabe Critic.